Here's exactly what I would do if I wanted to 10x my newsletter revenue and grow my audience in the process. Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name is Fabian Werner. I'm a student from Germany. I'm currently studying for a bachelor's degree in e-commerce at University of Applied Sciences Würzburg-Schweinfurt, where I'm proudly recognized as one of the top 20% of students. And at the same time, I've been in business for 5 years. By starting 3 businesses on my own, I have learned a lot. So the first business I've started was an e-commerce online store where I sold archive fashion to people around the globe. My second business was a productized service agency where I streamlined operations for businesses, mainly using a software called Notion. And my current business is my personal brand that I'm building online through publishing free content like this. So to get started, I drove sales in every single one of my businesses so far over newsletter revenue, or by promoting product or services that I was offering over a newsletter. And in this video, I want to teach you everything I know on growing, first of all, your newsletter subscribers, on growing your newsletter revenue, and growing your audience as well in the entire process, while building a strong community that keeps coming back for buying more. With that being said, let me quickly share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about, and then we will dive right into it. So I've prepared a little drawing right here, which I call the revenue flywheel. So we first have a revenue flywheel, and then we have an audience flywheel. Why not start with your audience flywheel first? So first of all, we need to get an audience to then send an email newsletter to, because an email newsletter without subscribers does not make much sense. So let's first focus on the audience. I focus only on publishing YouTube videos like the one you're watching right now, long form videos. So our process starts with me publishing a video. So this is where we get started in this entire process. I release a video like this. Then I tease it on social media. And I mark that social because you want to be social. You want to say, hey, if you have this problem as well, you want to grow your newsletter but you don't know how, then I have a great flywheel I want to teach you for free in my new video. This works well. So you can get, of course, people discovering your video from the algorithm promoting it, but you can also count on those people that you actively reached out to if you know they have said problem you will solve via that piece of content. So now you have a little bit of watchers on your video. Hopefully some of them convert into subscribers. So that means with every piece of content you publish, your subscribership grows, ideally. Only, of course, if we have some things checked. You publish content on the same topics over and over again, you do it consistently, and you do it in a way that's predictable. So you want to be as predictable as possible. I would not be predictable if tomorrow I would publish a video showing you what I ate for dinner last night, but I will be very predictable if I would publish a video tomorrow that is titled how to start a business from scratch, at least something business related. So you want to be as predictable as possible. Now, you have subscribership on your discovery platform like YouTube, on your social media. Now you want to convert people over to your email newsletter, which means also your email newsletter subscribership grows. So we have this flywheel of subscribership, and now you have an audience on your email list. And I will quickly run through this flywheel. Of course, it will take months for you to get there, or even years. That is no problem. But it's a quick overview from the top at what this entire process looks like, so you can know where to go next if you are right now in one of these states. All right. So then, of course, you want to send the newsletter on a frequent basis. So what most people in the industry, at least in the education space, do is they send a weekly newsletter once per week on a fixed day and time, so they become as predictable as possible. So then you send your newsletter over and over again. For example, once per week is great to get started with content that is very valuable, but that your audience has not seen before. So it's definitely okay to repurpose your newsletter into content further down the line, but people should hear about the topic you're teaching them in your newsletter first in the newsletter. So they should not have read it in a LinkedIn post first or watched it in a YouTube video. All of that stuff comes after the newsletter is published. All right, and then it's pretty simple. You want to listen to what people tell you. what they are commenting on your posts, on your videos, on your short form videos, whatever. You want to listen to what they comment when they reply to your email newsletter. What are their problems? What do they want to hear about next? What do they want you to make content about? Now, this is also a step that is iterative, meaning this happens over and over again. And you want to find yourself a place, even if it is a notepad like this, where you can listen to feedback like this and write it down. And then once in a while come back and see if there are any like commonalities among that feedback. Have people the same problems? Do they want to ask the same questions? Whatever. You want to look for stuff that keeps repeating over and over again, because then you might be onto something for creating a solution that people actually need and where you can charge money for. All right, so let's get back to the revenue flywheel. Let's say right now we have a new email subscriber, which would mean we are in this step right here. Our subscribership grows. Then we send the newsletter. We already had that step. And then what we can do is we run them through a segmentation quiz. So if somebody subscribes to our newsletter, we can send an automatic like welcome newsletter first. This is not one of your regular weekly newsletter emails, but it is one that people only get once, and thus when they subscribe to newsletter, which says, hey, welcome, it's great to have you aboard. This is what you can expect from this newsletter. This is the time and day when the weekly newsletter will be released, that stuff. And in the newsletter, you can put a link, for example, to a segmentation quiz. So you say something like along those lines, I want to learn more about my audience, and I would really appreciate if you would take 1 minute to go through this little quiz right here, because I have a huge thing for free to offer you at the end of it, for example. So you want to motivate people to go through the segmentation quiz. And in this quiz, you will answer them questions to find out more about why they are here, what they are doing for work, what are their problems, what are they struggling with, that kind of stuff. So you also get more input about, on a consistent basis, you get more input about their problems. And based on that, you can use software, you can find software like this, you can make them a personalized offer. For example, if they say, I have a huge problem growing my newsletter on my own, then you can redirect them to your newsletter course, for example, that teaches you how to 10x your newsletter growth overnight, for example, that you charge usually $100 for. But because they ran through the segmentation quiz, you can give them a exclusive personalized offer, meaning a great one-time discount. For example, 50% off for the next 60 minutes. Then if they take the course and they are struggling whether they should take the course or not, you want to provide them with a lot of social proof, meaning a lot of testimonials that you are credible and that you know what you're actually talking about. A testimonial, if you don't know what it is essentially just someone leaving a feedback comment, hopefully a positive one, on the stuff that you are selling or offering. So for example, Fabian teach me exactly how he went from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers in the span of 1 month. I can definitely recommend his course. Something like that would be a testimonial with a name, with a profile picture, and then with a star rating from 1 to 5. Ideally, you want to add only the 5-star testimonials on your landing page. And even more ideally, you want to make a product so good that people can't resist giving you any other testimonial than a 5-star one. Because if you get bad testimonials, your product sucks. All right. So then, based on those testimonials and the problem they want to solve, they buy the product. So now you have made a sale. Congratulations. And now, if they really like your course, which they should do because you only want to charge for products that you are proud of and that advance people further, that are backed by credibility and by you knowing what you're talking about, they will probably leave a new testimonial that you can also put again back in that step on your landing page. And now, if they are really, really sold on your vision, on the stuff you're posting about, they might even share their experience on social media, which then again drives new subscribers. So this is this step right here. And that essentially is the flywheel to grow your audience first, to get an audience, and then to monetize that audience with recurring revenue over a newsletter and a course or product. So if you want to learn more about how you can also build consulting into this flywheel and monetize and with your newsletter with sponsorships, then I highly recommend you check out a video on my channel that is called If I Were Starting Over Again, This Is What I Would Do, because there I walk you through exactly 16 steps of how I would start over again from scratch if I lost everything today. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. Check the video out next if you want to go even deeper into this newsletter monetization topic, and I will see you in this other video. Bye bye.